Hello. My name is Misaki Kido from Kodansha, but today I am intern from Fire Force Company 8 to tell you everything about Fire Force before the new season of the anime is about to air. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we've been doing this thing called Fire Force Countdown on our social media as well as our website to kind of count days literally to the starting of the new season of the anime on July 3rd. So let's take a look at our website. So this is what it looks like right now. It's totally geared up as a Fire Force theme. And then if you look at this page, there's tons of information, but here there's like a giant wall. I'm calling it the Fire Force Countdown wall. And there's some things that you can do here that's really special. I want to show you. So if you click enter here on our site, or if you just type in this URL and then go to the page where you can upload a photo of your choice. And then you can also, here's my picture of me and Ohkubo sensei last year at Anime Expo. That was really fun time. So write in your basic information and who is your favorite character. I can't choose obviously. And then you would get this email from us, Fire Force Company 8, of this video that's like personalized, that you can post on your social media. And when you do, make sure to hashtag Fire Force Countdown. That way it would show up, and then we would be part of this epic movement right here. This is the overall video right here. What's actually kind of special about this video is that when you post these on the social media with the hashtag Fire Force Countdown, you will be able to enter for a chance to win an autograph from Atsushi Ohkubo sensei. And if you are kind of an artist type who would like to kind of keep it to themselves but would still like to get an autograph from Ohkubo sensei, you can also enter through Fire Force Copic coloring contest, where you can hashtag Copic Fire Force and post the template that you have been coloring onto Instagram, and then you would automatically be entering for a chance to win the autograph. Just want to say that that's like a real autograph by Ohkubo sensei, so like that's probably like one of the perks of these virtual events, is that you don't have to go to conventions, but you can still have this access to the creators, and that's pretty exciting to me. So well, okay, let's talk about some more stuff about Fire Force, but we got a lot to cover today. So let's start with Fire Force Manga, where all the story has begun. As you may have already know about the story, but I'll show you a little taste of it. Here I come. So what is Fire Force? So in 198 solar era. Now just kind of mind you that the something has happened between now and then, that like the whole history up that as we know it has been kind of annihilated by what seems like a natural disaster. And so people started to count the new era as a solar era. So this is kind of an alternate universe. So in this world, there is this. There's this phenomenon that people are terrified of. This is when normal human being starts to combust into fire and turns into this thing called Homurabito, or Inferno. Kind of reminds me of zombie that's on fire. And then the ones who take care of this business, the situation, it's really dangerous to everybody, is the Fire Force. Here they show up to the station in all their gears, And there's also a sister who is here to pray for the Inferno before they start to extinguish them, to make sure that their spirit is in a good place before they use all their technologies and powers to annihilate them. So this is what our new hero Shinra wants to become. And he himself has a very interesting power. He has this power where he can combust fire from his feet, and use that power to kick, jump, you name it, any kind of action using that power. He's very creative with it too. And so he's known as Devil's Footprint. And here he's like saving Sister Iris, and he has this like really awkward grin, and this often gets him into trouble. It's really not intentional, but I'll get into it a little bit in a second. The Fire Force crew starts out with these members. I want to go through some of my favorite characters from the series. First one I definitely want to mention is the Shinra, who's like the best shonen character, like main character that you could possibly think of. He's like a really like he's very powerful, like very hot-headed a little bit, but he's very kind and thoughtful towards other people. And as I was mentioning earlier, that he has this grin that he can't like wipe off of him. Like in fact, he starts like smiling when he's feeling very awkward and nervous. So, but that has to do with his past. Like he has a very traumatic past, that where his mom and his brother was taken by the Inferno. But slowly and surely, where he starts to feel comfortable with the new Company 8 that he joined, he starts to bring back his smile, which is kind of sweet. And okay, next character, one of my favorite, is Arthur. He is let's just say he's very good looking, very talented, but very unfortunate guy. He's kind of a blockhead, to say the least. He thinks he's the Night King, and in some sense he is absolutely correct. He is like a rival to Shinra, so they always get into like very fights, like really kiddish fight all the time. And here Arthur is thinking, like when he looks at a lizard coming by, he imagined a dragon to be slayed. And here's him as a knight on a horse, but in real, like he's having this like mannequin of a donkey strapped around him. So he's a really funny character, unusual comic relief. And here's kind of moving on to Sister Iris. She's like definitely one of those people who puts a feeling of relief to your heart because of her smile and her presence. And she also gets along with Maki right here. She's also one of the senpais in Company 8. She's very like girly, and like she has like very kind heart, but she's also very strong physically and also in terms of ability. Like once she starts to sense some kind of name calling about her physical physique, which is like really buff, she loses it and she starts to use all her power to get back at them. And then there is Hinawa to keep her kind of in check. He is like no funny, no nonsense kind of guy, but he's constantly wearing this like funny hat, like that keeps on distracting everybody from paying attention to what he's saying. But he's also a very good lieutenant. He has this ability to manipulate the course of bullets that he fired, which is a very cool power that he has. And finally, there's Hinawa. He's the captain of Company 8, and he has no like special ability besides like he's constantly like working out, and he has lots of gadgets. And his like training method is like pretty crazy, but at the same time he's a very like caring person too. Here he's like reaching out to the the victims of the infernal attacks, and he's taking care of themselves more than just as like a firefighter here. He's just like and also he's a very caring and like really good captain that looks out for his entire crew. So right here's Arthur, and Shinra is looking up to him. So that's kind of the core members of the series, but there's more, of course. There's people like Joker and the Victor, who are kind of like not a villain, but they seem to know something that we all don't know, and they keep on dropping different hints to our main protagonist Shinra and his crew. And there's Tamaki. She's a rookie of the same year as Arthur and Shinra, and she's like very powerful. She's a third generation firefighter, but then she's also trained as nun, and also she has this thing called Lucky Lechured Lure condition, which she keeps on, like, her clothes keeps on falling off, or something happens as like at the very inappropriate timing, very unwillingly from both ends. So that's her special power, so to speak. And there's Company 1, who are more in this like religious sect of Fire Force, led by Captain Leonard Burns. And here are the other crew members who we may have encountered through the first season of anime. And there's Princess Hibana from Company 5. She's also a very powerful member. She's very in the know. She has like strong ability, and she has some interesting, unique character that reveals throughout the season 1. But I wanted to mention that she is kind of like an older sister figure of Iris, so they grew up together in Nunnery. Here's one of my other favorite characters. He's Benimaru and the crews of Company 7. Company 7 is a very unique crew where it's kind of like outlaw from the main Fire Force group. They're living in this place called Asakusa, and they live in like a traditional Japanese style life. And here's Benimaru and Kondo, who are just as strong as each other, to the point of like almost like a human disaster, basically. This is like something that they have caused in the past. And we also get introduced to Vulcan, who is a mechanic. He's from like a family of mechanic, but he seems to have something against the Fire Force in general, and so he lives with his own small crew in kind of like a junkyard, where like he actually meets Shinra and them because they're like kind of close age, and then he finally kind of warms up to show him his dream, which is to kind of bring back the all the animals that was extinct from the world in the world of Fire Force. So he has a really big heart. I really like him very much. So I was very happy when he joined that crew. And then we start to get into these like interesting characters. They call themselves the White Clads. Here's Haumea, who seems to be kind of the lead, kind of the central brain kind of character. But then we also learn that Shinra's brother, his long lost brother, is also part of this White Clad crew, and he is just as strong as Shinra. So this is a pretty dope fighting scene from the that you've seen in the season 1. And we also learned that there's more of them. Like there's way more of them than we ever expected. So we're looking forward to find out what they know and what are their relation to what they call the pillars, like Shinra, and all of them have a special power called the Outer Burst. Okay, so how'd you like it so far? I mean, I kind of talked a lot really quick. I see a lot of people who are rooting for their favorite characters in the live chat. So I'm really glad that I covered all my favorite characters very, very quickly. But just wanted to let you know that chapter 1 of Manga is available in the description of this video and on YouTube. And yeah, my question to you today is, who's your favorite character? I see everybody answering in the chat, which is also cool. But if you take your time to answer survey that is also in the description of this video, then you will be entering for a chance to win the newest volume of Fire Force by Atsushi Ohkubo. And so that's like another bonus that if you want to take time, and then your voice will be heard, absolutely heard through these surveys. So please take your time to take it when you're done with the show. Okay, so before talking more about Fire Force, I know this is kind of new to you guys, but I wanted to talk to you about a new anime that is also debuting in July. It's called Rent a Girlfriend. This is also a Kodansha title that just kind of popped up as a digital series, and now it's becoming a very popular series. It's about a guy who had a really bad breakup with his girlfriend, and so to kind of ease his pain, like he goes onto this app that you can rent like a family member, a friend, a cousin, or a girlfriend, and to just to kind of spend time together to socialize. So kind of a weird situation, but after the first date, which went really great, he finds out that that she has a pretty ruthless character, and at the end of the day, they kind of think that they're not going to ever see each other again. And next day he come across her in like her regular clothes as a college student who goes to the same school as him. So what's going to happen to him? And check out the Rent a Girlfriend. That is, the anime is debut on July 10th. And if you want a more in-depth look into the series, check out the creator interview by Reiji Miyajima, who's the creator of Rent a Girlfriend. He has insanely smart look into what the story is about, and it's quite interesting to hear where he gets the influence and idea of this crazy story. So check out that. Make sure to check that out before you start to watch the anime. Okay, so let's see. I'll take a short break, like a 5-minute break, because I have a lot more that I want to cover. But while I'm on the 5-minute break, I'll be checking the comments on both Facebook and YouTube. So right. This is the time to communicate. All right. So I'll be right back. And welcome back. Thank you for letting me take a little break. I got a little nice time to chat with the people who are watching this show. So I wanted to talk more about Fire Force as I promised. But here, from here, it's spoiler alert. What's gonna happen in Fire Force Season 2 is one of the big questions that we've been asking, I think. So I want to give you a fair warning that there might be some spoilers, but I try to not to go into it too much, just enough that so you would get some idea of what's coming down the tube. Okay, so let's take a look. So number one, keep an eye out for this character right here. Like immediately off the bat, I'm already showing you. She kind of reminds me of like Iris in some sense, but she's like a hanging out with like thugs who are like basically thieves who target the people in or their belongings and possessions. So this is what's known as the fourth generation, who the second generation can manipulate the fire burning. So she, by sense of smell, she can find out like where the fire is going to be, and that's how she predicts where the next fire location is going to be. And of course the white clads are like all over her. They're after their power, but then our hero Shinra is trying to get ahead of them to reach out to her before she goes to the dark side. What would happen to her, we must find out through the new season of the anime. Next thing I wanted to call out, Shinra's gonna have a new power. What? Yes. I don't know if you remember in the first season, he learned from Benimaru Senpai that there is kata for the third generations to kind of enhance their power of fire. So here he's showing him the hand sign that he uses, and Shinra is developing his own style right here, and he thinks back of the this conversation that he had with Obi, that he was referring to like old footages from like historical footages of like rock shows that everybody had this sign of the horn, and so he remembered that as like something that is like a sign of courage. So he decides to try that out in the midst of the fight with the white clads, and he doesn't know what's going to happen yet. So from the rapid to he activates his new power, and you're gonna find out what happens next in the manga or the anime of Fire Force. Alright, so that's kind of the teaser. And one more teaser that's coming down is that they are on the new mission. So we in the season 1 we have learned about the pillars, and now we know that there are 8 of them. Some of them are like known ones like Shinra and Sho, but the other ones like the new girl that I was showing, there are a few other pillars that we are not aware of. And we also don't know what exactly went down when the disaster hit like 250 years ago, before Shinra and their time. So there's a lot of mysteries that is getting unrevealed in this season, which I'm very excited about. And to actually understand more of what is happening, who are white clads, what are Adler Burst, Obi suggests Shinra and his crew to go outside of the Tokyo Empire and to go to the Chinese peninsula. So this is the first time we ever get to see what is outside of the Tokyo Empire, and so it seems like for Shinra too. And these are the members who are going with him. This is a very interesting crew. Some new faces, some old faces, but definitely I would like to see the world of Fire Force expanding in that sense. So I'm very excited. Sorry, whoops. I'm very excited for the new season of Fire Force. It's starting in 2 more days, on July 3rd. And I'm actually planning on seeing it in I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Funimation is having a special convention called FunnyCon 2020, and they have just announced that they're going to have a special Fire Force panel where they're going to be premiering the season 2 of the simuldub, and also there's going to be the appearance for the voice actors, and you can do a Q&A with. So I'm definitely there. I'm making line to check out this convention. Check out the funimation.com/funimationcom 2020. There's more information on here. There's a lot more cool panels on here, so I can't wait for this weekend. Actually, this Friday. That's how I'm intending to watch the first episode. And okay, so I wanted to mention, I think I mentioned earlier that that we're having a contest with our friends at Copic, and so I got their coloring sheet and I got some Copic pens, so I decided to like give it a shot and do some coloring myself. So let's take a look. Here you go. Now I am nowhere near professional, so just kind of bear with me. Work with just almost like a fail proof. Here I'm using like 2 tones of flesh tones, which I'm not really good at coloring skin colors and stuff, but like I realized that when you use like 2 colors, you can get a really good gradation and different kind of nuances of like skin tone for each character. So I'm just kind of going into basic color right here, and then from here I'm gonna kind of emphasize the skin colors that are like darker, get that color like going a little bit stronger. And yeah, like people like Obi, like who are like constantly like training, I imagine him to have like a darker skin tone. And also like Vulcan too. He's always working outside, so I give him like more tan color. Let's see. And from here, like I'm kind of debating what to do. And yeah, I decided to kind of go off from like what was in the example to give him like more of like a Sentai or like a special effects hero look. So Shima is like the hero red, and Arthur is blue. Blue ones are usually like cool characters, which is not entirely wrong, but he's kind of different from like what you would usually think of. Let's see. Oh, kind of emphasize his like red characteristic. Here's Obi. I don't know why I chose brown, but like I wanted to kind of go for gold color, which is like usually like a special character within like a Sentai hero series. Deathfoot 24, thank you. And yeah, I didn't realize until I was like coloring this sheet and watching episodes of Fire Force season 1. Tamoki has like a orangish, like kind of flamey eye color, so I decided to give her that orange color. Then there's Hinawa. Green is like a like weirdo color, weirdo rain. Vulcan, I gave him like a navy color, which is like a little bit different from blue. He's more like a cool-headed guy, indigo child, I guess. And his sister Iris. Now I know this is not the color that she usually is in the anime and stuff, but I just kind of wanted to emphasize that she's like totally different from the other Fire Force characters. Like everybody else is like wearing the orange tracksuits, but she's wearing this like non-clothes. So I decided to kind of make her like a different character. by giving her a blue color. And of course, this is still a uniform, so some of the things has to be uniform, like the patches and like the emblems. Those are the kind of consistent colors. And here I started to color in the orange, which I could have totally gone for like full orange color, but I decided to kind of keep it as a highlights, which gives a weird unique look, I guess. And I look like I'm like doing like a super awesome job here, but all I'm doing is like following the line of Ohkubo sensei. His drawing was like really simple, but it's really well defined, so it was very easy to follow. Oh, and in case if you're wondering, this coloring sheet is available through Kodansha website. Go to the Fire Force landing page and you will be able to download it from there. And all the contest descriptions are also found there too, so check it out. That was pretty quick. I went through all the oranges real quick. And yeah, kind of looks like an orange tracksuit still. Well, I see a lot of international fans who are tuning in. I see somebody from Italy and Latin America. Thank you so much for tuning in. Here, okay, I started to give... I really love this gray color that they gave me. So I started to kind of give shadow effects. And I think Tamaki's hair gets a little bit better here. But yeah. Blending of the color is like what's fun about Copic. And also when the gray is right next to the orange color, it looks like a blue, which is the blue and orange is like one of my some of my favorite colors. So yeah, it just gives extra depth, I guess, when there's a shadow, which makes the white part like a highlight naturally. I'm not even trying all that much too. So if I can do it, you can do it too. And yeah, I'm not really good at shadowing, but I'm doing my best here. More darks, onion hair. I like that face of Arthur right there. He's like so over it. For some reason, they all look like kind of me mugging a little bit. Again, I'm nowhere near professional, so I'm just doing the best I can. But let's see what it looks like once it's colored. Going straight in with the pens. Oh, yay. Yeah, I'm not really good at drawing myself. But it's okay. I don't think it's really about like if you're like the best artist or not, but it's like how unique can you make it is the most important thing. So here I'm going for the uniqueness over like, you know, probably like it's not the best art or anything. But I'm looking forward to see other people doing more cool works too and posting it on our social media. A double outline. Oh yeah, so last year at Anime Expo, I got a chance to hang out with Ohkubo sensei, and he was showing some interesting like graffiti style art in Los Angeles. So we decided to go check out some murals in downtown LA, and I think he got a really good kick out of that. So whenever I see his like really cool illustration style, I think of that day that we went to go hang out and checked out the graffiti murals. So here I'm kind of doing graffiti style sort of lettering. It's just block letter, but just like fills, the outlines, the shells. Those are the kind of small tricks that you can do. Yes, I totally agree that Ohkubo is such a great artist, especially when I saw him like in person. I really realized like how quickly he can draw and how accurately he can draw too. Adding some fire look, I guess. I think I think I'm almost done. Yes, we're done. So that's that. So thank you for watching that with me. If I can do the coloring, you can do it too. Go to our website right here. On the landing page of the Fire Force Countdown, you get to download the template for the coloring, and there's all the contest rules that are also plotted down. So be sure to do it before July 4th, because that's the end of the countdown. Is actually like a day after the episode airs, so make sure to do it before that to enter for a chance to win Atsushi Ohkubo sensei's autograph. Okay, so let's take a look at the Fire Force countdown wall. This is a wall that everybody can contribute, where their photos appear. Hold on one second. Whoops. And reloading, sorry. So you can see all your Fire Force friends are posting their pictures on here. Yay! Sojami, you're on there too. I also like it when everybody's talking about their favorite character, Sister Iris. And then who put that on there? But it's okay. Oh, that's cute. Iris, she's a great medic, yes. She's like a natural healer, I guess. Akitaru Obi, he's so cool. Yes. Ah, nice cosplay of Hibana. That's Megusta Waka. You can see that on here. Shinra. And Benimaru, yeah, I also see this in a comment, but Benimaru and the Company 7 seems to be like fan favorite. Tamaki, she's amazing. Benimaru because he's badass. I totally agree with you. Kinda Tamaki because she personality, yes. So much about author. Benimaru. Oh, this person has a color, the eye effect. No, oh my god! Giovanni, super yoked out. No. Shinra Kusakabe. I'm glad to see people rooting for Shinra too, because that's our main hero. It's really cool. I hope to kind of do that again, but we don't know when we can get back to the real conventions. So the second best thing is doing stuff like Fire Force Countdown or going to FunnyCon. So I'm very excited and looking forward to this weekend. I think that's all we got for now. So, phew, that was a lot of Fire Force, but thank you for hanging with me. I'm really excited to share this moment with you. We got 2 more days to go until the premiere of Fire Force Season 2. Next week, I will be Eisner nominated series, the episode. For those of you who has been very active and very nice to each other on the chat, thank you very much. I really like to see you guys on here, and I hope you guys come back. So I will see you on July 15th. Later. Got it. Bye.